Hello, hello, hello. Great, beautiful, blessed Saturday morning. I uh gotta get this out of the way because I have grandma duty. So, yes, great morning. If you do not know me, I am Tennille Stewart. I help women who've been diagnosed with lupus go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. And here we are. There you are. If you are seeing me, hopefully you're seeing me from Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, because that's where I am. I want to come here today to talk to you on the 17th day of Lupus Awareness Month about advocacy. Ooh, ooh, okay, good. So I thought literally a year ago, I didn't know, I was completely unaware that I could have any say or any, hey, Connie, what's up, Super C? Your podcast was phenomenal today. I'm so glad I got to catch it. I was unaware that had any kind of access to changing things with policy in lupus or healthcare in general. And healthcare genuinely is treacherous. It is basically looking for and finding all the loopholes and trying not to fall into the potholes of the healthcare system, because it is not a system set up for us to win. And people who need the most care are usually the people who fall through the cracks and don't get it. And it's not something you can take lightly, because it is genuinely life or death. It is genuinely something that you get to choose to love, to really care about, because if it's not you right now, it could be you at any time. So a lupus patient, when you are diagnosed, this reality crashes down on you. It's a lot that you feel like you have no control over, but the good news is you really do. So a year ago, I was told that lupus patients that I knew were going to the capital, and I thought, I'm not going to go, because like, what am I going to do? Like, it'll be too much standing or sitting, or I'll be uncomfortable. And then this year, I decided to go, and I was really excited that I went. I really didn't think, uh, this year I could miss it, because I had been working so hard on these channels and my advocacy, and I thought, like, what kind of example am I setting if I don't at least show up? Even if I don't talk to anybody or do anything, at least show up. So showing up is half the battle. Literally, you don't know whose morale you're building, whose pictures, like the pictures that you post, are gonna inspire somebody else to go next year. And if it's not your voice, it might be their voice that gets through to somebody that is important in making decisions. So I went, and it was really actually kind of cool and kind of fun. You get to sit in on meeting. I sat in on one meeting, and it was very like, there was a lot of rules. Don't do this. Don't take pictures here, and don't do that. But it was very informative and like interesting to meet my Senate people, because I went to their actual office, and to see like who my representative is. I didn't know like what they looked like. Kind of, it's kind of, you just read like, oh, they're this person, they do this. And it was very cool to see up close who people actually are, um and see other people's, like, every part of Georgia has different people. So I was like, oh, that's yours, that's mine, oh, okay. Like, it was just very interesting to see. And then um the bills that they're voting on, we need to go there and talk to the people at our level. Like, it starts at your town, in your state, and then it goes up. People are very, very concerned about like the president and that kind of stuff. It's important, but what's really important is your local, oh boy, is your local uh representatives, because there's checks and balances to um what the president is doing, but your local people is where it starts. So get involved. Get involved right now. Do what you need to do to learn what you need to learn to be able to chime in. Because if things are going on and you could have had a say, but you didn't make an effort to at least find out what was going on, you have no right to complain. You have no right to complain. Um, and Lord, complaining is easy. Doing something, that's the challenge. That's the if you choose to accept, that is the way that things get done. So I would 100% uh, encourage you to go find out what you can do, who you can speak to, the emails you can send, the paper mail. Ooh, send paper mail. They're like, oh, what is happening? It's crazy. Um, the research and funding for lupus is just grossly underdeveloped. Like this disease has been around for so long, and the research is kind of trash still. It's a mystery disease. It's a mystery because y'all aren't doing the research. We need more funding. We need more research. So, action steps before I get out of here. Contact your local representatives. Use the websites like house.gov and senate.gov and find out who your representatives are. And then you can talk to them directly, annoy them, bother them, tell them exactly what you need, like what is going on in your particular state, in your particular town that you need. They have actually scripts of things to say. You can Google for lupus advocacy. And then, so if you really don't know what's going on at all, you can follow a script and just fill in your name, and it will just add to the other people that are voting those things, talking about those things. That's what I did when I got there. They had a script, and I just put in my specific whatever, and spoke to the people and shook hands, smiled, nodded, and my voice was heard. So yes, yeah, I mean, this doesn't have to be a battle of one person. It should be the whole community. There's so many of us fighting for this stuff. Um, yeah, just join forces. Community will always outweigh the strength of one person, right? So just get started. Get in there. Let's do this. Let me see if there's any comments I need to look at here. Yes, showing up is half the battle. Amen. Yes, the constituents must speak up so the voice of American people is heard. Absolutely. I love it. And you can't complain if you ain't helping. That's right, Connie. I know that is right. So thank you so much for weighing in. And if you guys are catching the live, put an L for me. And if you are catching the replay, put an R for me. Thank you so much for your time, spending this beautiful Saturday morning with me. I put sunscreen on to be in my bed because the sun is shining into my room so well. And yeah, I'm not trying to flare because I want to look cute on a live. So thank you so much for being here, guys. And I appreciate the comments and the likes and all of that. You guys get involved, get into it, get your community together, okay? Yes, Carrie, every voice matters. Literally, genuinely. I know last year, a year ago, I did not think that it would really matter if I showed up to the Senate, to the House. Like I was standing on the steps surrounded by purple and surrounded by the Lupis, and I was like, wow, I really do matter. This really does make a difference. Like people were looking at us like, what are they about? What are they doing? All of us in purple, all of us decked out with the signs, and like if we hadn't been there, they would. Some people might have not known what lupus was, or like, oh wow, maybe I should look into that. There was a young girl. I said I was closing and starting a new story. There's a young girl there who was in school. She was taking pictures of everything and like learning about government. And she asked so many questions. It was so smart and so sweet. And I was like, wow, it was so good. Like that, I just had a random conversation with the person, as I do. And she learned so much about lupus, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know things like this were happening in the government. My aunt had lupus. My aunt passed away from lupus. This." And I was like, "Wow, amazing conversation that I would not have had if I decided not to go." So I will be going as much as I possibly can going forward. And if you need any information about going in Georgia to visit, you know, the government offices, hit me up. Get in my inbox. I will post the places that you can find your Senate people, and so you can find the scripts. I'm going to post all that in the description box in my YouTube and on my Facebook, maybe in the comments on Instagram. So have a lovely, gorgeous rest of your Saturday. It was raining earlier, but the sun is out now. So y'all go shine. Have a great day. Be happily healed. Bye.